Hi students, today we're going to talk about neutralization reactions. So a neutralization reaction is a reaction of an acid and base to form a salt and water. And you're used to, when we say salt in the real world, you're used to that being the salt that you put on your food. But in science, salt means something else. There's more than one kind of salt. And so a salt is any ionic compound composed of a cation from a base and an anion from an acid. And I'll show you what the salt is when we get to our balanced reactions. Here's our general formula where we have acid plus base going to salt and water. So from our acid, the hydrogen and the OH of the base create the water, and then the anion of the acid and the cation of the base that create our salt. So we're going to go through two examples so you can see what's going on. So down here, I'm going to actually highlight, so I'll hide the back end, so our hydrogen, this is our acid, this is our base, and so our H and OH, that's going to form our water. So that would probably be the easiest thing to write. That's going to form our water. Then the other stuff are going to combine together to form our salt. So notice how SR is written first here, PO4 is in the back, keep it that way. So SR needs to be written first, and then PO4 is on the back. Okay, we have to cross charges over. So let's get a periodic table out and figure out what these charges are. So SR is right here, that's a +2. So I'm going to actually write it over here so I don't have to erase it. SR is a +2. And then PO4 is a polyatomic ion that's on the back of the periodic table. PO4 is right here. That's a -3. These two switch spots. So we've got, I said SR is a +2 and PO4 is a -3. So these two switch spots. The 2 comes down here, the 3 comes down there. So the 3 is going to come here, and that 2 is going to come there. Now I can balance it. So I am going to start with not my H's. H's I will always leave for last, okay? I'm going to actually start with my SR's. So over here, I see 3 SR's. So I'm going to put a 3 in front of my SROH2. PO4, I see 2 PO4's over here. I see 1 over here, so I need to put a 2 in front of here. Then I'm going to do my oxygens that weren't in the PO4. So we already did the PO4. Now I just need to do these oxygens here. So over on the left, I have the 2 here that's in front of the parentheses, but then we also have the 3. So 3 times 2 is 6. I only have 1 over here, so I'm going to put a 6 here. Then we've got our hydrogens. You should double check. So we have 6 here, 2 from the back, and times the 3, so 6 hydrogens. And then we have 6 here, 3 times 2, and so 6 plus 6 is 12. On the right, we have 6 times 2 is 12, so we're good. Okay, let's do the next one. This time I gave you the salt and the water. So working backwards, we know we are going to create an acid that starts with a hydrogen, and we're going to create some type of base that ends in the OH. So remember, are H and OH combined to form that. So that means these go into here. And notice from up here, your SR in front of your base is your first part of your salt. So this is going to be a GA. I want it to be the other color. So this is going to be a GA. Then the back end, the ClO3, is going to go with your H. And then we have to worry about crossing charges over. So hydrogen, if you remember, is a +1. And ClO3, let's find that charge. ClO3 is on the back. It is right here. ClO3 is a -1. So that one's good. Don't have to cross over ones. Gallium. Gallium's right here. It's a +3. And then OH, if you remember, is a -1. So we do need to cross that 3 over, which means we would need 3 hydroxides. Now we can balance. Balance your GA first. I have 1 GA on the left, 1 GA on the right. That's good. Then balance your polyatomic ion of the acid. So ClO3, I have 1 on the left. I have 3 of them on the right. So I'm going to put a 3 over here. Then balance your oxygen that isn't in the polyatomic ion. So I have 3 oxygens here and 1 over here, so I'm going to balance there. And then double check your hydrogen. So I have 3 hydrogen. I have 3 more hydrogen here, so that's a total of 6. And then 3 times 2 is 6, so that is good.